What is up guys, Andy Forrestine Runner here and welcome back to another video, and today is all about that first run back outside and we're going to be talking all about recovery. So what a treat this is, being back outside for my first run. It's a pleasure then just to share sort of 3 or 4 miles with Lee. We teamed up, he had to go back a little bit early, but always good to get out with company. Loving it and so grateful to be back out here, but it's not all cupcakes and rainbows as they say. There's a few bits and pieces going on. Well, there's one bits and pieces going on right now. It's making me question whether I'm ready for this next step completely. Certainly going to be some more treadmill miles over the next week or two, but the encouraging thing, the really encouraging thing, is I'm running around 8 minute per mile pace and the heart rate is nice and low. So in terms of lack of fitness, as I kept telling myself, don't panic, things don't disappear overnight. Bit rusty, but on the whole the body is playing ball nicely. It's just right now that post tib in and around the ankle area and just up outside the calf muscle itself is giving me no issues whatsoever, but there's just a bit of tightness going on. I'm telling you now, it's all this camber, it's changing in surface, being aware of the ice this morning. It's obviously on a treadmill, it can be a lot more controlled, you get a lot more shock absorption, completely different out here. So I'm about to wrap this run up. I've done 5 miles, it's going to do 6, it'll be just over 45 minutes. Get home, I'm going to talk to you about the recovery tools and things that I've been using throughout these last couple of weeks. So a little bit of a change of plan in the vlog. I was going to sit down and talk to you about all my recovery stuff, but sadly Friday's run didn't quite go as I'd hoped. In fact, it was a little bit of a setback, if I'm honest with you. The concrete, I think, just got to me even within the first 10 minutes. As much as it was great to be out there with Lee and great fun to run and I had an absolute blast, I think it hurt more than I'd like to admit, and I have to admit it to myself. I've got to be honest with myself. I've got to take this recovery seriously. So I'm back now on the treadmill and I actually decided to take Saturday off, which is why this vlog is a day late. I was going to try and release this on Sunday and give you an update on my full week, which I will do after this, but I decided to have the day off and just let my leg rest. It now feels great again. And so I'm going to hop on the treadmill and get today's run, which I plan to do on the trails, done on the treadmill, taking no chances. If I feel one tiny setback like I did on Friday, back to square one, we'll try again, we'll build back up. And I've even forgot my phone, so I can't even go on Zwift. So I will hook my treadmill up to Zwift at some point when I can get Wi-Fi connection down in the garage. But right now I'm relying on my phone and I've left it at home. So either way, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to try and get 45 minutes, maybe an hour done. We'll see how we go and then we'll wrap up the week. I am still going to talk about all my recovery gear, but first I just want to get this one underway. was a great treadmill run, a complete contrast from Friday. I'm going to have to rewind a little bit to give you guys a little bit of a better picture, because obviously I was up there, quickly recorded before the run, but didn't really give you a full explanation. So basically Friday, the week had been going great. I'd been using the treadmill and I felt confident after Thursday's run that I would go out there and give a road run a try. It was one of my goals at the beginning of the week, just to see how it was. We've got to take these risks, got to take these tests and see how we get on. But sadly, I felt discomfort really in the first 5-10 minutes. Just the surface, the vibrations, the shock going up through the calf and the Achilles. It was just discomfort. It was discomfort to the point where it wasn't pain, it was just a permanent ache whilst I was running, and it felt like a real backward step, and it really ached for the rest of the day. So I woke up on Saturday, toyed with the idea of running at all, and I thought to myself, do you know what, it might actually make sense just to rest today and just try it again tomorrow on the treadmill. I thought about maybe trying the trails, but I thought, no, come on, we need to be really careful with this. We're getting some good fitness back slowly but surely, and we don't want to risk it. The treadmill is allowing me to get some runs in, start to build that aerobic fitness back without risking injury. So why would I continue to risk it? Yes, I've got to take these risks here and there just to test where I am. I took one today on the treadmill, which we'll talk about shortly, but I realized after Friday that I'm just not ready for road running yet. So that's fine. So I was pretty despondent, pretty downbeat on Saturday, but after today, oh, that was so good. So I did my second goal of the week, which was an hour run. I said to you guys back on Monday, giving you an injury update, I wanted to try a road run. I wanted to try 60 minutes this week. I managed to run for 60 minutes and I did a cheeky little progression run. So I started off with my usual 11.6 kilometers per hour, which is, I think, is around 8:40 per mile. And then we moved up so I did that for 15 minutes. Then I went to 12.1 kilometers per hour, so I bumped it up half a kilometer per hour for another 15 minutes, then 12.6 for the next 15 minutes, and then the final 15 minutes I went to 13.2. My treadmill didn't want to do 13.1, so I did 13.2 for the next 10 minutes, and then the last, and I felt so good and I was flowing really well, and the last 5 minutes I put up to 15 kilometers per hour, baby, and it felt so good. My heart rate got up to like 168, 170, something like that, and it felt so good to be running fast. Now, I believe there is a massive discrepancy in paces on my treadmill as there is to outside. I mean, I ran outside at 8:01 per mile, 134 beats a minute on Friday, but I've been doing 8:22 per mile, which is 11.6 kilometers per hour on the treadmill, and averaging 136, 138. So I think I don't know if I need to calibrate it. I don't know what needs to happen, but I feel like the pace is on the treadmill. I'm working a lot harder on the treadmill for the pace compared to what I am outside. Either way, a massive positive step. Pulled me out of that despondent, feeling sorry for myself state. It's been one heck of a roller coaster this week, from that Monday run where I just felt really downbeat and like, oh, this is going to take forever, to Tuesday and Thursday feeling really good, feeling like I was ready to progress, and then Friday to kick me back in the nuts to say, no, you're not ready for this, for then today to go and run an hour on the treadmill, pain-free, no ache right now, nothing. It was 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10 now, feeling really good, which just means that leading into next week, I'm gonna stick to the treadmill for the moment and reassess maybe after Tuesday. So definitely do Monday and Tuesday this week on the treadmill, and then maybe try the trails on Thursday or Friday. Definitely not ready for concrete again, so I'll try trails first, see how we go. So I wanted to just very quickly show you a couple of things that I've been using over these last couple of weeks, which is all about recovery, what I've been using over these last couple of weeks to try and get myself back fit again. Number one is a bag of frozen peas and a wheat bag, which is something you can heat and put on. Heat and ice, it's been great. I've been heating and icing 3 or 4 times a day. That's made a massive difference. If you haven't got money to spend on all these massage guns and balms and all this other stuff that I'm about to show you, heat and ice is really just brilliant. It's fantastic. I've been also using, as you guys may or may not remember from my last injury that I had just above my knee in the base of my quad, this Pure Sport CBD muscle and joint balm. This stuff is really good. I've been putting this on twice a day, once before bed, once in the morning. Again, I feel like this has played a major role in me being able to run again so soon, especially after Monday when I consider how bad I was feeling. And then of course I've got my massage gun. This one is by a brand called Every Fun. They sent it to me well over a year ago now. I've been using it most weeks, all the time anyway, but using it a lot more lately. So I've been using this one. It's got a multitude of heads in there. for different things. Goodness only knows what some of them are for. I dread to think what the heck this one's for. I have used it, I'm only joking. But this is the one that I've been using a lot of, in and around the calf, feeling really good. And I'm just able to gauge with the massage gun how my calf and the sore spot is feeling, because I do have a sore spot on the calf, and every time I massage gun each day, that sore spot just gets a little bit less. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really massaging into that area. I need to let it heal and rest, but I am just sort of going over it very lightly, and every day it's reassuring to feel that that's getting less and less sore. So a bit of a pivot on the vlog, as Seth would say. A bit of a, I was meant to be sitting down and going through this in a lot more detail, but in terms of the week, I've got to say I've nearly run 30 miles this week, if not 30. On a week where I have been despondent and coming back from injury and feeling bad, 30 miles is a darn good first week back. I will take it any day. And do you know what? If I can bank another 30 next week, or even 35, sticking to the treadmill, working hard, I will be over the moon. I had my Speedway 10K entry confirmed last night, so I'm kind of on the fence with that, seeing what I'm going to do. Trust me, if I race it, I'm certainly not going to be in a position where I can go all out. I'll obviously give it my best on the day, but it's certainly not going to be the race that I wanted it to be. My priority now is this coming week, getting to the end of this week, maybe at a 75 or a 90-minute run. That's the goal. No other goals. I'm not going to try and run on the roads or trails. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. A 90-minute run at the end of this week would be absolutely epic. So there we go. That's a bit of an injury update, a bit of a first road run, backwards, back onto the treadmill, smash that one, massive thumbs up. Patience is key. We'll get there in the end. Who knows when, maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. That's it for today, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then.